Doneverse helps founders escape the bottleneck holding their business back. The reason many businesses stop scaling is not because opportunities run out, but because too much of the business still depends on the founder. The same person setting the vision is often still creating content, following up on leads, managing marketing, and handling the operational tasks that keep the business running. In the early stages, that level of involvement can be unavoidable. As the business grows, however, it can become increasingly difficult to sustain. Opportunities stack up, projects remain unfinished, and plans are delayed because there is not enough time in the founder's day to do it all. Doneverse was designed to solve that problem. Founded by Grace Lever, an Australian entrepreneur who built 2 8-figure online businesses and helped more than 70,000 founders along the way, the company grew from a challenge Lever had already faced while building her own companies. As her businesses expanded, Lever found herself doing everything herself, burning out and becoming the bottleneck in the very companies she was trying to grow. That experience became the foundation for Doneverse, which gives entrepreneurs and small business owners access to a trained, full-time virtual marketing assistant known as a doer. Before starting with a client, each doer completes more than 160 hours of industry-specific training, reducing the need for founders to hire, train, and manage support from scratch. Clients also receive access to Coach Grace, Doneverse's AI coaching system built from Grace Lever's methodology, as well as an active founder community. They are also supported through coaching and by a specialist team that handles recruitment, payroll, HR, contracts, and ongoing management. With help from Doneverse, founders can step away from day-to-day execution and focus on growth and strategy instead. From growth blueprint to trained doer. Rather than placing a virtual assistant into a business and leaving the founder to manage the rest, Doneverse uses a growth system, starting with a free 90-day growth blueprint session. During the session, the team reviews the business touchpoints and creates a 90-day plan based on the client's goals. From there, the company matches the client with a doer whose skills fit the needs of the business. Doneverse reviews highlight how valuable that built-in training can be for founders who need support without training someone from the ground up. Whether the work involves content, email flows, website updates, SEO, campaigns, or lead follow-up, the goal is to help founders hand off tasks without having to explain, check, and correct every step. Each doer is trained before entering the business so that they can move into execution from day one. Built from Grace Lever's $150 million methodology, the Doing Blueprint gives each doer a clear system to follow, reducing the need for constant oversight from the founder. In most cases, doers begin supporting marketing and administrative tasks in as little as 14 days. Doneverse also provides coaching on messaging, delegation, marketing strategy, offer positioning, creative direction, and campaign execution. Through the founder community, clients can connect with other entrepreneurs who are actively building and growing their businesses, sharing ideas, asking questions, and getting support. The same strain across different industries. Founders who come to Doneverse are not all in the same industry or stage of business. Some are early-stage entrepreneurs and solopreneurs building from square one with limited resources. Others already have a proven offer, an existing customer base, and an understanding of what needs to happen next. What connects them all is not the size of the company, but the amount of work on the founder's plate. For early-stage entrepreneurs, a doer may be the first dedicated support person they have ever had. That alone changes what is possible for the business because they are no longer responsible for every marketing and administrative task. For more established founders, the issue is usually capacity, not clarity. They know what needs to be done but do not have the time to execute those tasks consistently. Doneverse works with coaches and consultants who want to grow their impact without getting buried in marketing and admin. It also supports e-commerce brands that need consistent marketing and customer growth without building a full internal team. Marketing agencies use Doneverse for trained support, so their teams can focus on higher-value work. Professional service firms, including accountants, lawyers, financial advisors, and consultants, often need predictable lead flow without having to handle marketing themselves. The same need exists in real estate, where agents need to stay visible through consistent content and outreach. It also applies to solo practitioners and therapists, who have limited client hours but still need to reach more people or create additional income without adding to their workload. Across industries, Doneverse sees the same pattern. Social media gets pushed aside, marketing plans get delayed, leads don't get consistent follow-up, and technical updates stay stuck on the to-do list. At times, founders spend more than 20 hours a week on tasks that shouldn't require them. Every hour spent there is time pulled away from sales, leadership, client work, strategy, and decision-making. That is why Doneverse treats bottlenecks as a growth problem, not just a time problem. Doneverse reviews. 2 founders get their time back. Since its founding, Doneverse has matched over 4,000 founders with a doer. These entrepreneurs report saving 20 to 40 plus hours per week, improving their marketing, and finally making progress on work that had been stalled for months or even years. For Bethany, a founder and innovation strategist, the challenge was capacity. Before working with Doneverse, she was managing both her design agency and nonprofit. She had tried other VA services, but they lacked the training, consistency, and support she needed. Bethany was often working late into the night just to keep things moving, and growth was difficult because so much still depended on her direct involvement. When her doer came in, she was looking for more client capacity, better quality control, and more stability in the business. The support she received was set up around the tools and processes she already used, which made it easier to hand tasks off without a long adjustment period. Over time, her doer helped her get organized, improve the client experience, and remove bottlenecks. Work was handled more consistently and checked more carefully. With extra support available when needed, she wasn't left trying to do everything on her own. With Doneverse's help, Bethany was able to take on 4 to 5 times more clients, grow revenue at a similar pace, and keep her business running smoothly through major life moments, including getting married and welcoming her baby. Another client, Benjamin, ran an online continuing education business for healthcare providers. He had been handling most of the work himself, including graphic design, website updates, email flows, Shopify maintenance, plus marketing. He had tried virtual assistants twice, but both times, training them from scratch became another responsibility. Marketing agencies delivered quality work, but the cost put his personal income at risk, and while AI tools and automations helped in some areas, setting them up often took nearly as much time as they saved. By the time he came to Doneverse, Benjamin had spent years in what he described as chaos mode. The first project he handed to his doer was a backlog of Shopify fixes. He explained what he wanted, and his doer took care of the rest. Within about 10 days, the work was completed. Benjamin calculated that outsourcing the same work project by project would have cost more than double what he pays for a full month of his doer's time. His doer eventually took over ongoing website updates, design work, email welcome flows, and SEO tasks, bringing more consistency to the business. It even completed a course he had delayed for 2 to 3 years within just a few weeks. For both founders, the outcome was the same: less time spent managing tasks, more work getting completed, and a business that could finally move forward without everything depending on them. Building the future of founder support. Once known as outsourced doers, Doneverse now has a name that better reflects its broader model. The mission remains the same, helping entrepreneurs get more done, but the company has grown beyond simply placing a trained assistant inside a business. Each doer is supported by the Doing Blueprint, ongoing coaching, Coach Grace, a founder community, and ongoing operational support, creating a well-organized system for consistent, scalable execution. Looking ahead, Doneverse is focused on expanding AI-assisted support and building more tailored systems for specific industries such as med-spa, allied health, chiropractic, home services, HVAC, roofing, and trades. AI can be powerful, but for many small business owners, it still takes time, setup, and technical confidence to use well. Doneverse uses AI in the background, guided by human judgment, so founders get the results without managing the tools themselves. Today's founders have too much work and not enough time, but with Doneverse, they save time and money while getting more done.